Now, whether milk floats are actually selling or not appears to be a tremendous bone of contention amongst me and my thinking and the floaterati and their thinking. Now, I've always said you've got to take everything the mainstream media say with a pinch of salt. And nothing has been proved greater than over the last 3 days. Because 3 days ago, the SMMT figures came out for car sales in September. Sorry, car registrations in September. And revealed that 26.5% of all new car registrations in September were pure milk floats. And naturally, this was trumpeted as a triumph of the government's new grant scheme, which only applies to one car. So whether Ford Pumas are now flying out to showrooms remains to be seen, because the figures were virtually identical to August. Just a coincidence. And apparently this is all because now the government have produced this incentive of, what is it, 1,750 quid off a new car. And as my many videos show, discounts on milk floats are anything up to 50%. So it's got nothing to do with the government offering 5% off the average price of an average milk float. It really doesn't. It has no bearing on it whatsoever. It's just an excuse for the dealers to make an extra 1,750 quid and still give the same amount of discount, because discounts haven't gone up, they've stayed the same. But nevertheless, 3 days ago, and this is on GB News, which, despite what people say, is the most watched news channel, more than the BBC News and Sky News apparently, and there's apparently a breath of fresh air because they report the stuff that other people don't want to report, because it doesn't suit the agenda. And I've viewed GB News with a varying degree of skepticism, and I've been proved right again. I mean, I could go over here on GB News and just dabble in Smug Corner for a little bit, but I won't, not yet. So 3 days ago, they published this, and this was on X. Electric cars dominate sales with winning market share as UK drivers ignore petrol and diesel vehicles. I mean, I've always said that milk floats are the new Betamax, so maybe they should be called videos. But nevertheless, they are vehicles. So electric cars are dominating sales. Well, they're not, because they still only represent a quarter of all registrations. Remember, these are not sales. These are new registrations. Doesn't mean that they've sold them. It could be that they're pre-registered. Again, this is another bone of contention between us and the floaterati as to whether cars are being pre-registered and stuck in airfields and in compounds, etc., which I know they are because I've been to them, and everyone else that has been to them has said the same thing, but we don't know what we're talking about because it doesn't happen, except it does. And every lease vehicle that I picked up to deliver to someone, milk float or otherwise, was pre-registered and was stuck in various compounds. There's one at Colchester. You can go and see it for yourself. You won't get in the main gate. They've got security, but you can see all the cars parked up there. Go on Google Maps and type in Gaydon, and it'll come up near Colchester, big airfield, and there it is. So anyway, nevertheless, a quarter of all cars registered in September were electric. 75% of them weren't. So not only is this a very misleading headline, I mean, who would possibly in the world of media create a thumbnail and a headline to get people to click on it, to get people to watch their videos? Who would do such a thing? It proves that I am as professional as the mainstream media when it comes to that, because that's exactly what everybody does. They are no different, except that they've said dominate sales with winning market share, etc. 3 days ago on GB News. There it is. However, yesterday, they posted this. Petrol and diesel ban could have major impact on UK car production amid slow uptake of electric vehicles. Hey? Hang on a minute. 3 days ago, they were dominating. Now we're being told it's a slow uptake. So which is it? My point is not whether either's correct. My point is that a major news agency has produced contradicting headlines 3 days apart on exactly the same subject. So one of them isn't accurate, or both of them aren't accurate, but both of them cannot be accurate. Because if they were, it's a complete contradiction one after the other. So which one is it? And this is my point. Just because it says on the telly or on social media or whatever that the major news agencies are reporting that milk float sales are going through the roof, and then they contradict themselves, so they're not even sure. So you can't believe everything you read in the media. That's my point. You can't believe everything I say. Not that I make stuff up, but I am not a verified source, am I? I am just a bloke, as I keep saying, I'm a bloke in a car in Cornwall spouting my opinions, rightly or wrongly, on varying subjects. So there you have it. 3 days ago, dominating. 3 days later, slow uptake. So nobody actually knows. Or if they do know, they're not telling you the truth. And is the truth one or is the truth the other? We just don't know. And that, therein, lies the problem with the world. You can watch as many news programmes as you want. You've got no idea if they're telling you the truth or what they want you to hear. And that's it. That is 2025 in a nutshell. Is it that or isn't it that? Did we land on the moon? Didn't we land on the moon? You could go back that far and then you can bring it right up to date. Are they selling? Aren't they selling? Every car salesman tells me that it's a really hard job to sell them. But the news and the SMMT are telling us that they're flying out the showrooms. Or they're not because of slow uptake. And now they're really worried that by 2030, when the zero emission vehicle mandate ban comes in on petrol and diesel cars, that there won't be enough milk floats on the road and there's going to be a huge gaping black hole in between the two, because all you're going to be able to buy in 5 years' time is hybrids or floats. And then even the hybrids will be phased out by 2035, leaving us with just floateratis. Except the uptake is that slow, they don't think it's going to happen because people just don't want them. Or do they? I don't know. You see, this is it, innit? I mean, what madness we are living in right now. Is it? Isn't it? I don't know. Is it sunny? Is it raining? Who knows? You can't trust the weather forecast. But what you can do is use your eyes. Oh, look, there's blue skies with a bit of cloud. That's the weather. Because you can see it, so you know. You could look at your weather app now. I haven't got a weather app handy because I deleted them all. But the weather app might say it's raining in St Austell right now. I know it's not because I can see it. The same as I know that people aren't buying as many milk floats as they say because you don't see them. And they're not selling. And if they were selling in the numbers that they claim to be selling, they wouldn't be discounting them as much as they're discounting them. So use your eyes, use your ears, use your brains. Don't rely on the traditional sources of stories for them to back up whatever it is you think. Do your own research. Have a look round. Diesel, petrol, diesel, sitting in a diesel, behind me, petrol. No milk floats here, but this is Cornwall. And the milk floaterati are largely prevalent in the southeast of England. It's that's their feeding ground. It's a different type of people. It's a different way of life up there. It's just different. We are in Cornwall. Granted, we are unique in as much as, you know, we are like a third world country and we are late adopters of most things. You know, We're probably one of the, I was about to say, we're one of the last counties in England that still advocate marrying cousins. But unfortunately not, due to certain countries having a large immigration into this country. First cousin marriages are now a very commonplace in certain areas of Britain where certain nationalities may reside. So Cornwall's not even good for that anymore. But what we are good for is fat blokes with opinions. We are brilliant at that, because you've got me. And as Visit Cornwall, as in another video that me and Jeff have done, no longer exists. I am now the single person promoting Cornwall to the world on a daily basis on social media. I mean, it's a heavy mantle to bear, but it's one I'm willing to take on for my beloved county, provided that they don't ask me to do anything on net zero, anything on climate change, or anything on how electric cars are going to save the world. I mean, and so the chances of me getting an official appointment, I think, are very small indeed. But there you have it. 3 days ago, dominate sales. 3 days later, slow uptake. Who knows? The only thing that we can say for certain is hashtag it's just bollocks and hashtag future my arse.